Hello, my name is Mattias Eklundh. Yes, you know this. I am from Sweden, you know this too. Today I had this Ben Suédois kind of thing, gas station thing, but without dead meat, because I'm a vegetarian. So it's always good to see Swedish sandwiches in a French gas station every time, heartwarming. Anyway, I play guitar, yeah. And this is a guitar, and Lufthansa did this to the guitar. It's also very good. It's a 6,000 euro guitar. And they pushed the volume knob through the body, so it was on the outside. And I said, great, I am a gold member. I have a priority tag, and I check in at first class. What did you do? Thank you very much. And the reply was, how can you be so stupid? You travel with such an expensive instrument, you Swedish idiot. Thank you very much. This is show business, but hey, I get this for free. I even get paid for playing it. So I have a friend to put in some Swedish wood in it, so no big deal. It doesn't matter, we have our battle wounds. So yes, this is a comparison guitar. It's a Japanese guitar. Do we have any comparisons in here? I don't know, a few? Yes? Woohoo! They're behind me. These are wonderful guitars. I've been playing them for many years. I think 22 years or so. I was in Japan the first time in 1996, and I was approached by Itaro Kanno, who's a good friend and the designer of all these guitars. He was in my hotel lobby in Tokyo, and he said, "Oh, Mattias, it's very strange. You're not endorsed. You don't get free guitars." I had a shit Ibanez for like €1. That was always out of tune. Then he said, take some guitars with you home. And I took a few guitars with me home, and I fell in love with it. For me to get a guitar for free when I was 26 was just amazing. It was really, really cool. And for that, I'm always grateful. They're wonderful instruments. They're not super cheap, but they're really, really cool. And this is I think this is the 8th signature model. There's no humble way to say that. Yeah, it's my 8th signature model. I also have signature pics with my name, signature penis, signature, okay. So, but it is. And they're really cool because Meshuggah, the Fredrik Thordendal, had coffee in my house, and I said you should try an 8-string guitar because I think you can come up with other stuff that's not gent. And I talked to Ibanez, and I got a few guitars. I didn't really like it because it was really just metal. You could only do metal. It was active pickups and all kinds of shit I don't like. Sorry about that. Yeah, all these guitars have active pickups. Buy them anyway. So support your local music dealer. Anyway, so. And I said to Comparison Guitars, I want to try out 8-string guitar. And they didn't have an 8-string guitar at the time. They had a 7-string. And they said, and I asked, okay, you don't carry an 8-string guitar, so what brand is it okay for me to work with in order to create the least damage to our good relationship? And they just said, fuck it. Itaro Kanno sat by the drawing table and he built this beast. And it's an amazing guitar because this is almost like a chamber orchestra in one instrument. It looks like a metal guitar, but you can do anything with it. And when recording, it's never been more fun because I am flabbergasted by the opportunities. And finally, I'm 49 years old. I am older than all of you combined. And now I'm finally starting to get a hold of music, why I love so much creating music and walking into my studio, turning on my equipment and just sit down with an empty piece of paper that I'm filling with stuff. It's amazing. At the end of the day, I leaned back in my gaming chair and said, fucking hell, this was great. Did I do this? Yes, I did, all of it. And that's the ultimate kick for me, to create something out of nothing. With a comparison guitar and my Laneys and the Helix stuff, and I have a volume pedal, and I drum and I go crazy. It's just divine, it's amazing. Then this one has true temperament frets. Have you heard of that? Some of you know about this. This is really, really cool shit. But be aware, once you try it, you can't go back. You realize, you should buy your local guitar dealer's guitars and everything, but once you try it, you realize how inaccurate straight frets are. It's just impossible to tune a guitar. But now I'm into all over the place. And the ultimate proof of good intonation is when you use open strings and play very high note chords and combine this. and you don't have any wobbly, you know, notes like what I do with all these dissonances. When it's just, it's beautiful. It's not almost a guitar anymore, it's just something else. I was never a big fan of 7-string guitars. I never understood the purpose because of my many tunings with Free Kitchen. Now I've retired all my old comparison guitars, and no, you cannot buy them. People ask, can I buy your old guitars? No, I think it's very uncool to sell your instrument. Just give it away to Amnesty or Greenpeace or something like that instead, it's better. So they can sell it for you. But I transformed all the old Free Kitchen songs to this tuning, and it's been really painful, and I always fuck up, and I'm gonna screw it up today as well. And it's part of show business. I based my entire career on failure. So it's okay to fail, you know, because sometimes you're hot shit, and sometimes you just have snot in your face, and you're on live stream on YouTube or whatever. So, oh, I didn't see that. How uncool. So that's how it is. I tune my guitar in a regular way. Meaning you can play more than words. Oh yeah, come on baby. Yeah. Whatever. But then I have a low A string. And then I have a low E string. Meaning I have 2 A strings and 3 E strings actually, but 2 low E strings. Listen to the pedal. That was the best thing. I'm going to do this for an hour now. Okay. It's my spare pedal. I have the good pedal on stage, don't worry. So I have a great, some hair. Great. I have 2 A strings as well. Usually you tune an 8-string guitar to B and F sharp, but it didn't make sense for me. It took me a week to figure out what do I want to do. I don't care how everybody says this is the way to do it. It's actually like if someone says you got to do it like that way, I'll go the other way. I'll do exactly opposite just because I'm a stubborn asshole. And I'm left-handed and I'm right and everybody else is wrong. I consider myself the only right guy on the planet, and everybody else is wrong. I don't care because it works for me. This is my left hand, so I don't mean to be an arrogant asshole from Sweden, but it's just the way it is. It doesn't matter. You know, people spend too much time on forums and looking on YouTube videos, and this is right, and I need this, and screw it. You know, turn the curtain down, make music. That's what it's about. It doesn't matter, and so on. So this is the tuning that was good for me because the guitar has a resonance in it. I can use the these strings almost like a drone around Indian. And it's like this with tonality and I think a lot of people got that wrong as well, but just me. Everything I say you have to take with a grain of salt because I am Swedish. I do everything backwards, and you don't have to embrace it. He's full of shit. I didn't like one thing. It was just a merde clinic. It was late and it was full of shit. So, but take it with a grain of salt. But this works for me. For instance, if you play stuff, scales for instance, play it in a horizontal way. So you understand the relationship between each note, okay? Here is the root, here is the second, third, and so on. Because if you play it in the box or a fine motor skill, it's becoming a fine motor skill. That's all it is, you know, and it's very, very not so musical in a way. So I play everything in a horizontal way because then I understand the relationship and also have, like a drone, something to put it in context, okay? It has to be a contrast, okay? If I only play it, it doesn't mean anything. It can be, but if I do, it has a purpose. It's the same with rhythm. You know, I do all this, lots of the Indian stuff, and without this, it has no purpose. What is it? It's nothing. It's floating around in the universe. But with this, every little rhythmic structure has a point. So, you understand what I mean? It's the same with music. A lot of people send me, check this guy. He's newborn. He was born yesterday. He's playing 6,000 BPMs, really, really fast. It's super amazing and so on. And it's like, yeah, it's nice and clean and wow, it's fast. But it doesn't have a purpose. All right? You know what I mean? Music has to have a purpose. And there's so little purpose out there. I looked for it. Said, check this. This is the new black. No, it's not. It's the same shit, just at a different speed. You know, it's not. I really, I'm cynical in that way. I want to be floored. I want to hear and it's great. It's amazing. Great sound, great production, great playing. But it doesn't have a purpose. What's the purpose? What do you mean? Okay, and that's hard. But otherwise, it's just fine motor skills. If you have wow, this is a bad example, but then it has a purpose, okay? It sounds deep, yes, it's super deep. But you know what I mean? And it's totally okay to ask questions, because I talk all the time. I've been in the car forever. Yesterday we drove from Düsseldorf, it's Germany, different country. Woohoo! We met at the venue at 6:20 in the morning, and had a little coffee, stuffed the van with all our equipment, drove for 12 hours, and then, good, ding, 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 gig, and it's really, really crazy. And then, today's the short day. It's only 450 kilometers, piece of cake. It's walking distance to Paris from Nantes. And tomorrow, it's just, it's another 550. It's always like that, so I'm always late. So, but ask questions if there's stuff you want to know. If you don't want to ask it in Swedish or Swahili or whatever, or French, you can just ask, can you ask the question? It's totally okay. We're just a bunch of friends here. Finally, it's getting hot. Yes, I start to sweat like a Swedish pig. Can I play some music for you? Yes? Let's see, I hope this poor Yamaha speakers will hold together. But when I make music for myself, first and foremost. And again, I don't mean to sound arrogant, but I do it to try myself, to test myself, to see where I haven't gone before, to challenge myself. I screw up all the time, that's what I do, as I said. And that's okay, because otherwise you can't break new ground, okay? So you have to take chances and screw up and so on. So I'm probably not going to remember anything I play. Shall we start in a harsh way? Let's just do something easy, 10-minute easy. We do Big Machine. I saw you posted Big Machine, so maybe we should do it live. This one is based on lots of Indian tonality, lots of Indian rhythms that I am so fascinated by. I will never obviously be Indian. I'm a medium fat Swedish person. And I'm actually not that interested in knowing exactly about every rag or every this and that. I steal the bits and pieces I need, I bring it back to Sweden, I mold it down, and I turn it into Mattias Eklundh music. Because that works for me. Life is too short to know about every, this is a beautiful morning raga, or this is a evening raga. And the cool thing is that my Indian friends, they're really, really cool with it. They say, fuck it, do what you want, And I say, is this Indian? I try something. It smells Indian, it feels Indian, but it's been to Sweden, and it's smelling really Swedish and funny. But yeah, we'll try it, So they are very cool. They're not picky. So, you can't do this. In Big Machine, I use a rag I call the Surayankantham. If you want to shred, this is not the mode to use. It's hopeless to shred over. You have the I'm in A, and then B, C, D flat. So you have both minor and major. The fifth. Here's our hair. I brushed my hair before coming here. Spare no expense, this part of the stage show, my new hair. Okay. So the flat six and the seventh. Now this is a beautiful rag. I do a mirroring that goes like this, where you go, can you hear this? Yeah? So I go low, low, high, high, low, low, high, 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 low, high, low, high, low, high, high, low, low, high, high, low. Yeah, well you can feel the beat. So high, high, low. oh, and so on. It's flipping back and forth. The opening structure is based on a conical sort of, how should I say? It's called a T high almost. It's shrinking pattern. I go so if you go to Hellfest, you can do this because it's just 4/4. Whoa, 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 whoa. So it's totally okay. Well, let me play it and I can explain afterwards. But without conical and without Indian tonality, and this is a painful song in many ways. It's a free guitar camp exercise song. I'm not going to let anyone out unless you play it really well for me. Just kidding. Oh, yes. Let's see if how this works. It should be okay. Here we go. triplets. Okay, it goes like this. We're live in Paris. soon 5 minutes have passed and we are halfway through the song. Same here. Low, low, high, high, low, low. High, 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 low, high, low. High, low, high, low. High, 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 low, low. It's a hit. And backwards. High, high, low, low. High, high, low, low, low. High, low, high, low. Low, high, low, high, low, low, low. High, high, low, low. Guitar, kung fu. It's not finished yet. guitar players. You cannot play any combination of notes. The next time, promise me this, the next time you pick up your instrument, if it's drums, if it's, I don't know, ukulele or whatever you play, piano, promise you will never play anything you played before. It can be silly, it can be shit, merde, caca, it doesn't matter. But just, okay, I've never done that. It was not amazing, but maybe I didn't never do this either. Maybe this combination of notes. Not exactly before, but... So that's okay, it's a deal. Next time you play guitar, you cannot play a single combination of notes you've done before. Take note, Julien Damotte. Yes, put it on Facebook, and it's real. Okay? So, because that's how it is. I sit sometimes and look at the guitars and no, not the classic. No, it's not okay. And then I look in books or search the whatever, you know, Indian tonality and say, okay, what is this? Someone figured out the worst combination of notes ever, and it's a beautiful morning raga. It's called the Voron. And I realized, ooh, I suck at this very much, so I have to, you know, tear gas jazz with Free Kitchen. It's based on that raga, for instance, and so I combine a lot of things. I'm not really sure, but that's how I like it. That's how you grow, by pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. It's so easy to sit behind your whatever TV or computer screen and blah blah, same old shit, and then it's only fine motor skills. It's not making music. You know what I mean? That takes time and some really focus. So you should try it. Do you have any questions? Because I talk all the time and I have a shitload of music to play for you. Everybody, no. Yes, my man.
What was the name of the rag of the song?
This one or the previous one? Big Machine. And the Surayankam Thumb. But Surayankam Thumb. But I am a sneaky bastard. So I start the Surayankam Thumb, and my Indian friends at first were a little bit upset because it starts on the C. But then it sounds like a cheap gypsy scale, you know. It's like, they moved to Egypt, no, Romania. So I was like, I never heard that sound before. You. Woo! And so that kind of sound. So I didn't want that. So I thought much cooler if you. And it's wrong to the Western ear first, but hey, you're cool people. You've been waiting for me forever. So.
And you start on which note?
Well, any note, but make for this case it's A as the root. So A, B, C, D flat, E, F, G.
Concerning the rag.
Yeah.
You start on Sa.
Oh yeah, I'm starting on the major sixth. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So that's my root. So I think it's on freeguitar.com. I think so. You can probably find. Otherwise, drop me an email and I'll send it to you, and your life will be the same. All your favorite licks are gonna sound like merde. So, oh, I can't do that. It's the same with the Pantavarali, and this one I just show you. It's so wrong in so many ways, but then I understood the beauty of it. It goes like this: you have E, and then F, and then G sharp, A sharp, B, C, D sharp, and the root. And what it is from, if you look at it in a primitive way, it's kind of like an F minor pentatonic over E. So someone in a bar band goes, "Hey, Bob, you're on the wrong fret, you idiot. The rest of the band is in E." Yes, but I am from India. This is Indian. And it's beautiful when it's parallel. And when you discover stuff like that, it's like, yes, let's write metal music over this. And that's what I like. That's my ultimate kick, my ultimate thrill, as I said, to just create stuff that I like. And thank God there are enough fucked up people on the planet like you who like it as well, so I can have a lovely living in the Swedish woods with my family and my studio and a bunch of strange German dogs, and I own a little property and some land, and I have a little forest with a river where I can swim naked with my Swedish Viking penis and all that stuff. Thanks to you. Otherwise, thank you very much. And people complain a lot about you can't make money in music, and it's a crock of shit. Life is much better now. Finances, as we spoke about in the car, is much better. Downloading is much better than physical product. It's much more profit, and people actually buy it. So it's just sad as people of my age who sit home and complain, my CDs are not selling. You know, a 10-year-old today doesn't know what a CD is. Adjust or die. You know, that's how it is. Oh, so this is what it is. Google Play, iTunes, fine. Do. Even Spotify used to be shit, is paying okay. You know, it could be much better, of course. But I'm not the complaining type, and things are actually better than they've ever been. Technique-wise, it's great. You know, I have wonderful gear. I have people, I even get paid for playing this. It's very unfair planet. But I've had all my shit years when I tried to carve stone in Copenhagen because I didn't have any money. I was 19, and maybe there's protein in rocks. I didn't starving to death. You know, so I've had my share of shit years, and now things are cool. And I'm really grateful that I've been able to do this. For such a long time. I've been a professional musician, for 30 years, and it's amazing. You know, I've never played in, not that it's wrong, but I've never been in a bar band because I would never survive it. They would throw me out all the time, and I've been asked to join some big bands, and I thought, bloody hell, if I play their songs the way I want to hear it, I will be fired. Everybody, the fan base will send me hate mails and smoke bombs and all kinds of stuff. So rather stay away, because I'm not interested in just playing the same shit night after night. I want to take chances, and because it's life. This is it. This is it. This day is the only one that counts. Maybe tomorrow as well. Okay. Yeah, you have a question?
You went to India in 2005, and
yeah,
you found new ways to play your music.
Yeah.
I think you have other cultures that could give you some new ways to play your music. I'm
searching a bit, and I know my Japanese friends, they really were saying, Mattias, could you please take a look at Japanese traditional music? And I do, but what I love so much about especially South Indian music is the rhythm. It's so clever and so groovy, and with Konakol it's even more groovy. And I'm just, sometimes, you know, when I sit in South India and I clap hands with little children who are really kicking my ass, they don't care about signature model, or I know some gent musicians or Steve Vai or whatever, they don't give a shit about signature picks. They say, Mattias, you're terrible, you're dreadful, you don't follow at all, you don't understand the meaning. And then I weep a little, go home to Sweden, it takes a while, and then I, fuck! I understand, Eureka! My head just explodes, and I realize what they did, and I think, this is amazing, you know? So yes, India has changed my life in a profound way. You don't have to go to India to study Indian music, but a word of advice is to spend time with it. Don't stay on YouTube looking at a million different people doing this and that, because YouTube will drain you of energy, will be too much, you know? So find something, pick one rock, spend time with it, maybe learn a simple conical structure, walk it and talk it. We should try this. Da, this is the cheap conical lesson here in Paris, but it's really good for you. Da is sort of the meaning of life. Da is the end of the sentence, the dot, okay? So if you have Iron Maiden, da, okay? So da is one. You end it, you keep sort of, you frame the phrase. Okay? So da is the sheet. Say da. Da. You can say da. It doesn't really matter. The Indians couldn't give a shit. They don't. Everybody's doing it differently. 2 is taka. Say taka. Taka. Oh, very good, very good. Ooh, you're in sync. Excellent. You should move to India right away. Okay? 3 is takite. Say takite. 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 So if you have triplets, takite, 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 or in this case 6 doublets, takite, 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 takite. If you do it 16th notes, that would be, instead of 4, you divide them into 3. Okay? And okay? It depends on the rhythm. Remember, the pulse, it's really important. Without what is it? This one is telling you what it is. It gives it a purpose. Okay? Good. Then you have 4. Takatimi. Say takatimi. And then you have 5, 6, 7, 8. And from 1 to 4 is takatimi, and then you have takachuna. Say takachuna. Say takatimi, takachuna, takatimi, takachuna, takatimi, takachuna, takatimi, takachuna, takatimi, takachuna, takatimi, takachuna, da. Okay? Imagine someone is walking out on the outside and it's all moist, you can't really see in, there's just something really disgusting going on. They'll have to close this shop down tomorrow. What are they doing? A bunch of zombies going, it's some devil cult. Satanism! Yeah, okay, very good. Let's try this. This is a simple exercise, but it might confuse you, and confusion to the enemy, you know, it's good. So if we do this slowly, we go takachuna 2 times, 8 plus 2 times 2, and then we do transform the takatimi takachuna to triplets. Instead of doing takita takita ta, we go takatimi takachuna, 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 takatimi try, takatimi takachuna, takatimi takachuna, takatimi takachuna ta. Okay, cool. So this is just a way, instead of the obvious shit. 5, the big one, is tatikinadum. Tatikinadum. And you can say tatikinadum or tatikinadum. When I started to do it, I did it in a stupid, I'm Swedish, but I still did it in like an American way. Tatikinadum. Yeah, takada. Takatimi takachuna. Yeah, baby. Which was really silly, and then my Indian friend said, yeah, finally you're getting it, because now I am and my pitch goes up and it goes very spiky. So, and I will never be a conical expert, because it's again, I use it for what I need it for, and I knew a little bit. I've scratched the surface of the surface. But say tatikinadum. So this is 5. So you can do 5 4 times, and then you will end up on a 5 4 1 time. Keep time with me. 1 2 3 4 and can you see how each phrase to the pulse has a purpose? They sound different. If I do they're all the same. But now it's okay? Datikinatum doesn't have to be linear. It doesn't have to be 5. It can be then you have a 6 or a 3 rhythm, or so you have a dash. Then you have a 7/16 structure. Okay? What the fuck are you talking? Do you know Enter Sandman? We like that. Can you play that? Something useful for us? Okay, okay. But this is important stuff. And then you can put together anything you like. I use a lot of tatum, like snare, and the floor tom, tatum, 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 takatum, takatum, takitatum, takitatum, you know, stuff like that. And if you have anything, 11, takatibi takchana, takita. 11/4. Woohoo! Or 15, you could do times 5, or 3 times 5, or 5 times 3, doesn't matter. 15/4. 23, hey, piece of cake. But if you want to say this in French, or Swedish, it's not sexy and it doesn't really work in a musical context, but these words are really fast. So, for instance, the tariginadum, you can go to quintuplets if you like, or you can divide it 2 plus 3, 3 plus 2, anything what the rhythm requires, because this is a tool to tell your bandmates what your sound in your head is. So you can do and so on. It can drive your neighbors crazy when you do this naked outside their doors every Sunday morning. Okay, let me play some more music. Oh, do you have more questions? Because I talk all the time. Okay, sorry, but I want to show you some things. So, yeah, it's hot, isn't it? Yes, thank you. Okay, it's not only me. Whew, okay, it's no use being try to look cool in front of the hey, fun, goody, goody. So, what shall we do? Shall we do something really hard?
Of course.
Yeah, something really hard. I've scratched the surface of somewhere I want to go further, and it's really the dark side of music in a way. I am now sniffing at parallel rhythms that goes together, so you have to be able to hear things upside down. This one's called Rabbit Hole Shuffle. It's shit to play, but I have to play it anyway. And it goes in one tempo where everything is triplets, and then it shifts to a slower tempo where it's and in between there's lots of stuff, but you can keep the same pulse all throughout the song. It's a nightmare to play, but hey, lock the door, and we'll see. I have to take away all your phones. Give me your phone, please. Your memory card. So yes, this phone will self-destruct in 2 seconds. Gilles, there you are. Hello, sir. A little bit late. No, just kidding. I was the late sucker. Okay. Rabbit Hole Shuffle. This is again madness music, live in France. Let's see if I can find ça va? Okay, here we go. really hard part. Can you stand another few minutes? Okay. Do you have any final questions? You know, I'm just, again, scratching the surface. JM.
How does your bridge stays in tune?
Sorry?
How does your bridge stays in tune with H string?
Well. It stays tuned in well. Oh, it's really, really cool. The thing is, I played it for, I don't know, and I misuse it, misuse it, and so on, but it's always perfect. There's a lot of tension on the neck, so my friend Itaro Kano, he sends me emails every once in a while saying, Mattias, how is condition of Appelhorn neck? And I say, condition is good, because there's so much tension when you go down here, and I start jerking around. But then you can, straight after that, you can play. Perfect. So this is probably the best guitar on the planet. Only 6,000 euros at Metal Guitars tomorrow. So if you want to break into my hotel room tonight, you should take my Appelhorn 8s. Don't forget about the computer and stuff. This is the shit to steal. But it's amazing. It's a great instrument. I pick hard when I I hit it really hard, but it's so I volume pedal, and then I have the Helix Stomp plugged into the Laney, and that's it. This is enough for me. I use maybe of the Helix, I use 0.00001%. Now, Mattias, you used to be the cool guy who's just plugging it into any amp. Still the same guy. I use one sound, and then I use exactly the same with delay. Yes. So I'm amazing. So, but because I like to focus on music and making Chewbacca sound. Yes. Okay. So, any final questions? Anything you want to know? Anything you think about or whatever? Is that okay? Shall we do one last song and then slowly head over to wherever what's the name of the place? La Marie. Maroc. This is really hard for me. Maroccanerie. Okay. What should we do? What do you want to hear? Should we do some Frikitchen stuff maybe that we're not playing? Should we do Confusion to the Enemy? That song. We're not playing that tonight because the guys is... Have you heard Confusion to the Enemy? The one that... Yeah. These people have got it all wrong. They think it's so much more complex than it is. I've seen all kinds of weird, outlandish calculations about, it's 90 32nd notes plus, and then there's 1 8 note plus. No, it's 4/4, and it goes to tak tak, tak tak. Third time, tak tak is offbeat, tak tak, okay? And then the fourth one is on the beat, and that's all there is. So 1 2 3 4, back, back. That's the only one you gotta watch out for. Clap with me. First 2 on the beat. 3 4. Sneaky on the beat. So on the beat, on the beat, off the beat, and on the beat. Yeah, that's it. How you know the song? You play. Okay. So let's do this one, and then I should clean myself up for concert. Let's see if I can find the song called Confusion to the Enemy. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So on beat, 3 4, off beat, and on beat, on beat. Press the fourth one. And off it. Wait. Tack, tack. This is the worst, most annoying sound. This one. Listen to the headphones, it would drive you crazy. Thank you. Big applause. That's really cool. Thank you so much. Oh, can you do me one last favor? I have, everybody is asking all the time. Today, as a musician, you have to do promos every day. You have to do promos for your pubic hair. If you do a dog walk, you have to make a promo dog walk thing. Can you do promo? I'm gonna play at together with Marty Friedman and Paul Gilbert and Jennifer Batten, all kinds of wonderful players at a place in Norway called Larvik Gitarrfestival. That's Larvik is the place and guitar festival. Can you say Larvik?
Larvik.
Ja, 3, 4. Larvik Gitarrfestival.
Gitarrfestival.
Excellent. Let's just I'll edit this together, and then we'll make a silly promo. Okay, where am I? Here I am. Okay, yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mattias Eklundh, and I am very happy to come to
Larvik Guitar Festival.
Yes, I am alive and sweaty in Paris with the 50 of my best friends. Hello, can you say hello to Norway? We are at the very decadent Pigalle headquarters where you do nasty things. And I also play, Julian, I won't hold this camera. I need some guitar playing as well. So I'll do a lick here and I'll see you at Larvik Guitar Festival last weekend of March. Scream for me, Paris! Thank you so much. much. That was a great promo. It's going to be on the internet, I think. I'm going to shut up now. See you at the La Ménagerie or something. Alright. Fucking hell, I am sweaty. You're sweaty too? Yeah. Good. Go home. Or no content gig. Okay. Thank you.